Hi guys, Lindsay here with Storybook Family Farm. So today has been one of those days that I have to keep switching and shifting what I'm working on due to the fact that, well, the weather app is wrong. Very, very wrong. Um, so, and currently right now, I'm chasing turkeys away from the road. So I had started on working on taking out the one basement window. There wasn't actually a window there. Originally there was, but currently there was just a piece of plywood that was covering up a hole where a window once was. Come on, girls. The turkeys are really taking their free range status quite seriously, and they don't realize that the road is a dangerous place to go, just because our road doesn't have very much traffic on it. So for the most part, it's totally cool if they walk by it. But because there's hardly any traffic, they don't understand that cars are dangerous. They only know that cars are, what sits in our driveway. But yeah, so now they're on the other side of the fence, so they're in a more safer, better location. But anyways, so I took the piece of plywood off. I had noticed that the wood had quite a bit of damage to it. There wasn't any active like termites and stuff that I seen, and the wood was dry. It wasn't wet or anything of the sort. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to end up basically just like reframing it. But that got stopped today because as soon as I got everything taken apart, this is where the window's at. This is where there was a chimney and stuff that the roofer guy took down and stuff that was in really terrible shape. So it made it so it was a really good location for termites to be able to easily access in that, especially since the gutter that was on this side of the chimney, it was really falling apart. So it just kept running water down the side of the house and then also hitting the window frame. And because there was no sun that could hit it, it made it so it was a perfect location for termites to live and munch on some wood and that sort of a thing. So there is some termite damage that is down under here, which obviously you can't see it because I put a board up. That is because as soon as I got about a fourth of the way done painting, so I had just gotten painted around the edges here done, it started raining. It wasn't supposed to start raining today until like 1 or 2 p.m. and it started raining at like 10 a.m. So I had enough time, according to the weather app, to get that all painted so then I could put a piece of plexiglass on there and frame out a window. The window is a really weird size. It's, I think, like 19 by 25, or it's really wonky and stuff. So there's not any like pre-made basement windows that are this size because we looked. We looked online, we looked on Amazon, we looked at Home Depot, Lowe's, and Menards, and there is not. So I'm following suit actually with what the previous owners of the house ended up doing and what they had done. I'll show you guys in another window here, which I got to replace all these pieces of plexiglass. But so what they had done is they had just, probably should pick a different window, but they had just taken a piece of plexiglass and they fit it to the right size and then basically boarded up around it to make a frame. So that's essentially what I'm going to do as well. There is multiple windows that I have to do this with in the basement, but this is the only one that's like completely no window there at all and stuff. So the other ones, the window frames do need work because back years and years and years ago, the whole entire house was like covered in some sort of ivy, which we really need to find somebody with a pressure washer or power washer to let us borrow it for like a day so we can get the rest of the ivy off of it. But so it made it so it was a really good hospitable place for critters and bugs and that sort of a thing to come and snack on some low-lying wood. So like this one here, which I don't know how well it's going to show up on camera because it is kind of dark over here, but so you can see here, well, you might not be able to, here is the original glass, and then here is the plexiglass, and there is some wood damage, which you guys might be able to see it. Over here is some wood damage that is definitely from like carpenter ants and termites and that sort of a thing, but that window ledge is only maybe 4 inches from the ground, so that's not uncommon, especially with an older home, even with a newer home, and it's definitely starting to rain again. But so I'll talk about this door. So this door here, we put in this door. There was originally a door here, but by the time we got the house, it was just a piece of plywood. It was just a piece of plywood that was fit over this opening here, and it was like 2 inches too short, so it was up at the top. There was like a 2-inch gap, so we knew that was critical that we get it replaced immediately. So we got that replaced, put in this new door, but the framing area for this door is super, super, super wonky. Like it's all the original stuff and it is not symmetrical or even. And whenever the really super smart person rebuilt the basement steps, they apparently didn't have level either. So those are all things that will end up needing to be redone, is the basement steps and yada yada yada. But because of that, the door won't open. Like, we have it as best as level and everything as we can get it, but because the basement steps are so jacked and stuff, that it won't open. So the door frame was also really wonky and really messed up. So what we decided to do for this winter, because there was like a gap that big and stuff, like you could stick fingers through on all sides of the door and stuff, but like the hinges were tight in there and stuff. It's gonna take me days to get it all perfect and shimmed, and just, it's a nightmare. So what I did for this winter, as you can see, is I put spray foam in, because of the fact that we do not want to have a whole bunch of critters coming into the house. And a couple months ago when we first got this place, we had a 4-foot long black snake inside of the house. And the other day I was down getting something out of the freezer in the basement, and I seen a snake shed. So Tracy pretty much, she's absolutely terrified of snakes. So she pretty much has sent me on the mission to close up every single hole, every single nook and cranny and stuff, so that way nothing else. I just got startled. I seen I don't know if you guys will be able to see it, right on the sidewalk here, right by the turkeys, there was a chipmunk, and the turkeys were all like frozen, like staring at it and stuff, and then it moved and it caught it out of the corner of my eye and it startled me. But so Tracy pretty much has sent me on the mission of sealing up every single hole, every single nook and cranny, so that way no more snakes can get inside. Because last time that when the snake was inside, she about died and stuff. Like, she was so terrified and petrified and stuff of it that she just couldn't cope. But yeah, so I had to put, oh yeah, that's what I was coming back here for. I left my loppers out, and I realized it last night when it started raining, but it was like 2 o'clock in the morning, that I had left the loppers out, and I don't want them to get messed up. So I've been working on trying to seal up everything in the last couple of days, and because that window project is now getting sidetracked because of the rain, it's going to take me probably 2 hours to do the whole thing, because I have to, create a frame and do a whole bunch of stuff and reconfiguring and remeasuring and more painting, and have to get more spray foam and all that stuff. So because that's going to take a while, I don't want to get soaking wet. I don't want all my tools to get wet. So, and since I already have my exterior paint out, I decided, well, I should just keep working on painting. So I was pretty excited to finally get a chance to work on this window here. As you can see, there's bird poop from when there was the old porch roof up here and the birds had made a nest here. Clearly, like I said, we need to find somebody that has a power washer or a pressure washer that'll let us borrow it. So if you're local, hint, hint, we really need help. So that way we can deep clean the house before winter, so we don't have to look at it all winter long of all the algae and all the bird poop and all that stuff. But anyways, so I was kind of excited because I started scraping this window, and I think because it really needed repainted really badly, and I thought it was kind of cool because over in here, which I hope you guys can see it, the original window when it was first painted was actually green. So green is my all-time favorite color, but I don't decorate it with it very much because Tracy's not a huge fan of green. But she does like blues a lot, and I also like blues. Blues are my second favorite color, so I'm totally cool with doing a lot of blue stuff. But I thought it was kind of neat that the house's window trim used to at one time be green, and like it's not even just like a mild green, it's like boom, I'm green and stuff. So it's kind of comical. But yeah, so I'm not gonna repaint it green. Tracy would kill me. Plus it would look terrible with the yellow. Like, granted, we don't like the yellow siding at all and stuff. We are eventually going to paint the house, but that's not anytime soon. We don't have the budget for that at all. But yeah, so everything keeps shifting around because of the rain and other issues like that. So yeah, I'm just going to work on painting and getting more things done and rolling with the punches, because I'm assuming that once I get done painting outside, doing some exterior stuff, like I'm going to paint another coat of paint on the door here. It was like a beige color when we put it in, and we wanted it white, so I'm going to do a couple more coats of paint on that. And I've also done some weather stripping and just other preparations for wintertime and to keep critters out and stuff. But yeah, so once I'm done outside today, I'm probably going to go inside and work on doing some more trim painting in the kitchen, just to get it more like finished looking because I have a lot of the painting done, but not like all like the knobs and stuff for like the kitchen cupboards and everything. I have not taken them off and painted around them. So like the cupboards look nice and everything. They're that nice pretty blue that we picked, and everywhere around the knobs there's like white and stuff. So yeah, been saving that for winter time or for a rainy day. So all right, if you're enjoying our content, please give this video a thumbs up, share it with your friends on social media, and if you haven't already, please subscribe to help us grow. We would greatly appreciate it. All right, thanks for watching. Have a good one, guys.